when they like, or
Sure.
pardon me, I look like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I supposed to say this? We're both looking at each other. Go ahead.
No, after you, no, after you.
No, really.
The truth is,
This is your
I mean,
blooming.
yeah, okay, I'm blooming, uh, blooming sweating right now.
That's it. That's it.
So I don't. I guess part of this session is to figure out what our to set in stone what our structure is.
Right. We were, frames, right? So I think we talked about your 10 principles of environmental design as a frame. Mary's high spaces and no, up, up,
Uptime, downtime.
uptime, downtime frame, that we talked when we were all on camera together about the combining of those. But the
Mm-hmm.
the the honey that this workshop is to continue to build out content for bridge makers, to invite world builders to get more excited about bridge making with us, and understanding that they are also leaders, and that um, we have a lot of content for community builders and leaders. We don't have a ton of content for world builders that really shows the quality of how we think about our spaces. And so
Mm-hmm.
this is building, starting to really build that library further. Like Tajasuka was one of them. Um, the one that we tried to do with the organism was another one. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
And
that direction, getting more
yeah,
people to go, oh, I can think about worlds without just tearing them apart technically,
Mm-hmm.
or just making a fantasy up inside them. There's a
Mm.
third vein here that we can journey through.
Well, what are the tools that a creator can use to achieve the goals that they had initially for it? You know, you have the ability to transport people into an idea as much as a place, but a lot of the places feel like that wasn't the motivating factor, that they were built because wouldn't it be cool if, as opposed to I wanted to meditate on adventure or depression or togetherness, or and what is the goal as a community experience, and what is the goal as an individual, just exploring on
Exactly.
their own.
And
Yeah.
for me, the ache is, yes, the seedling is, I want to create a space where all my friends come to hang out and we're all happy at the end of that
Right.
time. But that seed never sprouts to who came under the leaf of my seed and found shelter, and who found harm, who found a feeling of being trapped and being violated, and like,
Right.
how do I design this for the people I wasn't hoping were going to come here, but still are going to
Mm.
come here and
Right.
could get really messed up from coming here?
Mm-hmm.
Um, how do we gently invite that without it making heavy or codependent or responsible, but realizing
Well.
we're releasing this in a community space, so we do have some
Mm-hmm.
responsibility to the community.
Well, unless you're designing it for horror or for
Even that
destroying. I mean,
though,
I mean
you
those
know,
these tools can be used to just as easily to do all the things you're saying we don't want to do, or it's irresponsible to do. I think more importantly is if your intent was not to do that, like if your intent was to create a place that was about community and people are using it to do it's like ripe for
mm,
trolling. What
mm,
is it about the design that
mm.
makes it that
There you
so?
go.
And you
That's,
you have lots of examples of places that trolls just don't go to because they just don't.
yeah,
There's nothing for them to get
yeah,
a toehold on
yeah.
to to do their fun thing, which is to troll people.
And I think this space is emblematic of that in some ways. There's a part of
Right.
me
Yeah.
that looked at this from up above on Frofridor's computer, and I thought, all those empty chairs, are we going to fill them all? Isn't this a false expectation? But I also thankfully got counsel, and I realized, like, no, this actually says many different varieties of people are welcome here. they might come back any second. This space is
Mm-hmm.
occupied by people who choose to belong and get along together in different proximity. And
Mm-hmm.
so it really kind of is another, I think, troll protectant, because
Mm-hmm.
it's not, if we were all lined up in rows, I would have a temptation as a troll to like run along and get in front of everybody's faces and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But coming into a space like this to be disruptive, I just feel like I'm going to land on that pocket over there, and then people are going to be like, "What?" And then I'm going to go around, but nobody's going to get really activated like a wave. It's just going to
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Yeah,
Or the
I see
feeding
you there.
frenzy, like
Yeah, yeah,
piranha. Yeah.
yeah." That the piranhas are attracted to the uniformity and the
The
lack
blood in
of
the water.
diversity. Yeah.
Right.
And that
Yeah.
in
No
here
blood.
there's
Yes.
way too many lily pads and cozy spots. So yeah, I think that's the low hanging fruit maybe of this time, would be to think about it like, hey, world creators, do you ever have that ache inside where you're like, oh, did I make something that accidentally might be causing people to get hurt, and I would never know it? Like, how do we help people just think about
Well,
that a
that
little
that
bit?
seems like, to me, that being a devil's advocate, that seems like two different events. There's
Mm,
either an event where we rejoice in the potential of world creating, and that the world creating has the potential of you being more successful of creating whatever your imagination is willing to create. That's an event. And then there's this other event, which is much more about, hey, you're a world creator, but have you noticed that sometimes by accident your world um,
could be
is
doing
blood in the
harm.
water
Yeah, yeah.
the things that are unexpected.
Unexpected.
That's
Yeah, that's nice.
so. I mean, there could be
But
two halves of the same event, but they seem
yeah,
really different.
could it be like, in the human on purpose worlds, we used to go to the fear worlds and the flow worlds, and we would
Mm,
alternate between them sometimes, especially in the very beginning of the journey, because people really needed to recognize that nervous system
Mm,
state and how it changed in them when they were
mm-hmm.
cool.
hyperactivated. So I
That
don't
will
know.
create more awareness for the opposite. I think that's a good structure, actually.
Okay.
Alternating between.
Yeah, because
Uh,
we don't want to I wouldn't. I feel like it's a very depressing workshop. Say, come see how you're hurting everybody.
Right. Why is Yes? Why are you a troll magnet?
Yeah,
Yeah. Why
yeah.
is this?
You
You're a
made a
lovely,
troll
lovely thing.
machine.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
right. Yeah.
But
But
could
yeah, that seems like a seminar unto itself. I mean,
yeah,
you can even put that in the title and have people go to it. Like, you're right. Every time I build something, awful people show up.
or they
Hey,
could be
let's talk
like,
about
how
that.
do I make more awful spaces? I'm going to come to this to
Right.
learn the skills.
Let's make a pit for piranha
Trap world. Yeah, I could
trap
show that
worlds.
one. Um, so, okay, I'm going to mute myself though, because you have your own chemistry and you have to say, hey, you, and then I will unmute myself.
Okay, you don't need to
okay.
do that.
Well,
Um,
otherwise I end up
the
talking a lot.
right. So so uh, if there's a structure, I'm happy to show up and Don's in the corner and he'd be more than happy to chime in whenever something seems appropriate. Um, and that's cool. And then in that case, I'm good to go. If
Okay.
there's more structure that I need to prepare for, then I'm also okay with that as well. So
hmm Um, question, do you have, I presume you have some worlds in mind for today's?
I have several that Ruth has taken me to in the past that sort of are sort of the cream of the places that exemplify uh, that. I can send
Okay.
links to them. Um, and really, they're not ones that necessarily need to be explored as part of the process. Even just appearing in them can
Right.
be a backdrop for using it as an example, so that depending on time, maybe it's you spend 4 minutes in each um,
Okay.
to talk
Yeah.
about it. Um, there's infinitely
Do you,
more that could be used, but that's, I think, like 3 would do it.
Right. And do you also have some in mind for like bad examples?
Um, I don't. Well, the VR chat's full of those, but I want to avoid. I want to avoid calling them out as bad necessarily.
Right.
Maybe it's more the successful ones talking about why they're successful and
Mm.
using examples of they've avoided these bad traits. That way,
Mhm.
you're not, like, hey, everybody, let's laugh at how incredibly bad this is. And then also, bad is relative. Like every time we come in here, I bemoan the texture on the surfaces of the ground
We made it
to
Right.
8
poor
times
Ruth.
more concentrated. Did it not work? It's still too
Wait,
pixelated.
yeah.
Mm,
but but
okay.
but that's not important, because it
No.
succeeds to do it succeeds to do
Mhm.
99% of it, and then it falls into the realm of my opinion, which is fine but not necessarily helping. um so
The
do you
way
have really
well,
I'm
yeah.
sorry,
Oh, no. Do you
do
have
you have
worlds?
do you have some really strong cautionary tale worlds we should visit?
I have one which I've put on my list. Um, wasn't really focusing on the troll aspect of it, more that it's trying to highlight that it feels like a liminal space
Ah,
when I'm not sure that's well.
what their goal was.
There's an interesting thing about that. I'm actually certain that they recognized this element of it, but
Hmm.
at the same time, yeah, I don't think that was necessarily its intention. So, um,
Well, that's it. Oh, actually, another question. If any of to the worlds, should we make sure that they're not incredibly heavy downloads, so we don't
And
end
right.
up having?
ideally, they're also quest friendly because
Oh,
if
okay. Well, there
yeah,
goes all my worlds.
maybe
No.
yeah. But if you
Okay,
tell me
okay.
what
Well,
they are, I might be able to. We can go to them, and then I can think about where else that exists. So we can
okay,
still go to
okay.
them
Well,
today.
that's how about that's homework for me to go see if I
Yeah,
can get into the ones that I like, and if not, I
I
will
would.
call on you and say,
Yeah, and I would
um,
say at least drop the portals today so we can, even if we don't go to them all, we can at least see what they are because that we can all be working
right,
on try to find the substitute. And
okay,
the other possibility is we just make it a not quest friendly hop and um we say look at the stream if you don't have a if you don't have PCVR.
right.
Um
Or do we not? So is there an opportunity to do an event that doesn't go anywhere? We don't use examples, we just talk through them, sort of an
oh
open panel, or
that's
is
so
that counter? What
painful to like go into
is
VR
it?
chat and talk about worlds and not go to them.
Mm.
That's just
Not
so
go. Okay,
oh,
We should
I would
okay,
just tease them
yeah.
with that for 5 minutes to really
Yeah.
get them going, and then we're like, actually, we will go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We
just
want
get
to
okay.
them.
go
We
so
just.
badly.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
We want to go
I
somewhere.
also think
Okay.
like wherever so, this is I joked for a long time in Horizon about having a business called Next Level Consulting because all of the different deficits we might be pointing out, the way that you and I did that in our streams was we would always talk about like where is it, what could be the next level to get it where we think they
Right.
were trying to go. So as long as it's wrapped in that, I don't feel bad about any of those world creators seeing it and going, huh.
Mhm.
And maybe they're going to say,
Right.
huh, no, but now I'm going to counter your idea with a different thing that I
Right.
do like.
Right.
So it's just putting it together.
What are the missed
Yeah.
opportunities?
Yeah.
And what if and all we can do is imagine what it is that they were
They wanted
attempting
to
to
do.
do, and
Hmm.
we may be wrong, but if
Right.
that is true, here's the places they could have gotten to there
Yeah.
with these alterations. Yeah.
And I do think your 10 principles of storytelling are a great frame to go through. I I also think that each one of those could be their own workshop. And
Mm.
so there's a part of me that doesn't want to like power steam through all 10.
Mm.
But yeah,
This,
I think that's a thing unto itself, really. I
yeah.
don't think
So
it necessarily needs to be
this is
shoehorned into
more
this.
just like a delicious aroma appetizer moment to
Quest friendly
show
aroma.
people. Yeah, exactly. Like feel the conjured up meal of this type of digesting. And then that
Right.
can actually be used as marketing potentially for a longer series if we felt the chemistry and interest in doing that. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
could, yeah, have a
I
lot
also
more.
came up with like 20 possible talking points.
Oh, great.
Great.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's,
Perfect.
again, I look at these workshops like we're workshopping something that could be much bigger than this moment.
mm,
We're just getting
Right.
the energy going and getting some chemistry together and letting people come on that journey with us for us. And then, depending on how that rolls out and how we feel, then that
mhm,
becomes the fodder for the bigger fire and the longer event series that could have many different voices in it, but we
Mm-hmm.
might be the committee that's just like curating who we're pulling in to do the front parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to
right.
be, yes, my magic wand is that I will kidnap you to this space weekly and you're going to be teaching all kinds of things, but both of you. But, in the meantime, it is what it is. And we have an hour and you're both interesting humans. So just do you. Let's drop some worlds and see what we find.
Okay.
Um,
Freeform.
so,
Yeah.
who would like to go first?
Yeah.
Well,
This
let
is
me
like
just
a
even
world off.
even
Gotta get
let
this
me
on
even just
film.
well, mine will all be unacceptable. Let me just to see how
I'm
My,
surely
unacceptable
not.
they are.
mine will all fail. That's a
Let's
great
I
way to
see.
start.
I've labeled my favorite lists as PC plus Quest or PC only.
Oh, nice.
So
Smart.
I've
That's
separated them by
clever.
that.
Got it all lined up. I did too, but then I didn't follow it because I packed so many worlds into it. But,
Ah.
yeah.
What's happened here? Let's see.
Oh, because those lists have a limit too, don't they?
If you're not, I think Quest
Yeah.
Pro or VRChat
Oh gosh,
Plus
I'm at
allows you to.
70 out of 100.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Gonna run out.
Sorry. Pull down menu. Let's see. You are not quest friendly. Um, you're not quest friendly. You're not friendly. Yeah, all mine are not quest friendly.
Oh
Well, let's start with
wow.
one. That's okay. Let's start with one and let's get at
Yeah.
least a few that you have picked and then we can.
Okay, so am I opening them
Yeah.
up in making a doorway?
So
Okay,
you drop portal, I think or you click
okay,
new.
yeah. Give me. Remember,
And
Let's see.
New
you're good. You're
instance
good.
and
Do
The
do
new
do.
instance. And then you
Okay,
can.
new instance.
I generally do
Do I
invite
do
plus.
friends?
Friends
Friends
Plus.
plus.
Yeah.
Friends plus.
Okay.
Drop portal. Right there.
Yay. Zoom zoom. Oh
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right, let's go.
Have you been
Oh, I
Yeah.
know
listening,
this
Ray?
one.
Yeah, let's go
Yep.
there. Good memories.
Okay. A bit of a download.
Yeah, it really is. Forgot that it's
Yeah.
really dark too.
Yeah, for me, this one is a perfect example of you not needing to necessarily let people in on a particular narrative. It's just
Right.
enough that it exists. It's kind of like being deposited in a dream landscape with no compass. And where whatever your conclusion is correct.
Right.
You know, and people come here for a variety of reasons, but and like you've said, you've spoken with or have heard about the author is very reclusive and isn't really all that interested in going into deep descriptions as to why they did it. And I think that's completely acceptable. It's it reminds me of What Dreams May Come or those kind of dream landscapes that could be the foundation of role playing, but or could also just be a place you meet people because you're in this mood, or it's a or you just get lost by yourself. You know, I'm just feeling in the mood to like our marketing guy David at Walkabout says I want to do an emo world to play mini golf in. This would be it.
Nice.
It's so true.
Right.
None of the
So
balls
my
regenerate in here, though. They just are gone.
Yeah.
One putt.
my
Yes,
artistic
exactly right.
eye is noticing like the circle is like a vignette, and there's like
Yeah, it is a frame.
if you like face forwards, I think there's even like thirds rule in play where that big spike into the clouds is on the outline.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. An artistic eye was responsible,
Yeah.
or almost a cinematic eye. It has
Right.
a establishing
Yeah.
shot kind of feel.
Also,
Also, in I don't know if I may be mistaken in this statement, but I don't see the mirror or pen options right away,
yeah,
which is
no.
another kind of giveaway
Yep.
to, oh, that's right, I'm in VR chat, as opposed to I've transcended VR chat into a dream landscape, which I think this delivers really
Right.
beautifully.
Yeah, experiential.
It's weird to be back here
One.
and realize that this guy was I haven't been back here since I covered him and was really touched by his stuff, and then he got upset with me and didn't like what I wrote, and so
Oh.
it's weird
Yeah.
to realize, like, oh, that's my relationship with him right there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well,
I know.
yeah. Yeah. Another thing I think is that this really does well is that the technology has its sort of texture budget, and those can be spent well, or they can. I mean, it understands what its resolution is, but because it's consistent, it's not apologizing for the fact it's not photoreal. It's actually
Yeah.
purposeful texture choices, and you see it everywhere, and yet you don't see any like wallpapering patterns appear, which is also kind of a telltale sign of somebody who isn't a master at texturing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like me, for example. I'm not a
Well, it's
master
hard
at
to
that.
do. It's super hard to do. We're even this week we were having conversations about texture resolution, and it involves a lot of shrugging. I don't know. Why are there not rules that?
Let's get your shrug on.
I was going through that same.
I know.
I was going
the
through that
software
same thing,
engineers
but
will
for
say,
sound.
"Oh yeah,
Looping, like Fruffador, I was helping him make the looping sounds for the black hole, and the this deep humming sound kept clicking at the loop point, and I was like, I've done everything that I'm supposed to do. It doesn't click in Audacity. This should be working. There's something with Unity. In the end, my solution was to have two sounds playing at the same time, which fade in and out, and one is offset, so that the loop is silent.
Not as noticeable.
Yeah.
I like the physiological piece though of like if you're gonna do textures or sound design, just get your shrugging stretches in, so you can really just keep releasing the okay, I tried it, and it's really even
Well,
professional
this
teams go through that.
the other thing that we run into too is that you, especially in video games, is you run into a shared experience that is being run by two human types that utterly can't communicate with each other. So you've got software engineers, then you've got creative people. So the software engineers will say, "Here, I've given you a grid. As long as you stick to this grid, your textures will be fine." And I'm saying, could I just have a silhouette of an avatar so I can just guess that this texture should be this size in relationship to the experience of this avatar? And they'll say, no, we gave you a grid. It's like, but I don't understand the grid. The grid makes no sense to me. What is no, but the grid's the correct resolution. For what? For the camera, for my hands, for the world, for the sky map? Oh, the sky map's different. Why? Well, look to the grid. No.
That's
Speaking of
so.
sky map,
Yeah, I know. He does good sky maps.
Yeah.
so my game design brain is looking at this going, well, there's a lot of noise, but there's also this neat path going all the way through
Yeah.
it. And so that's
Yeah.
like the anchor point for players.
Yeah.
Mm.
Where do I go? And your eye can go on a journey before your feet do.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah.
It
Right.
doesn't make it super simple to think about how to get out to the wider map.
Right.
So it forces me to stand here and just take in the
It
devastation.
just
Can I
like, look, oh, there's a thing, and
Can I
yeah.
stomach this?
Your eyes are foreshadowing your steps.
And did I get a tetanus shot before I adventure out into it?
Yeah, I feel like you might need one here.
Yeah.
Have I said goodbye to loved ones?
Right.
Okay, so
your turn.
wait. So hold on. The headline for this is texture practicing compromises in texture that don't make the story confusing.
No, don't draw attention to themselves. That's the other
Don't
thing.
draw attention
Is
to
that
themselves.
right? Unless that's the goal. But normally, when you're doing texture resolution, you don't want everything to be a houndstooth. You want the important things to stand out, and everything else is a secondary player. But the problem, especially in the game industry, especially in low poly or mobile gaming, is that the desire for realism outweighs the part of the brain as to whether or not everything should have a wood grain. You know, because then they fight for your attention when you're this. I mean, this is like a masterclass in I'm supposed to be looking out here. I'm not supposed to be looking down here.
Right.
And yet down here is really interesting.
And lighting is part of this too, right? Because technically this is the hardest to zoom in on. He literally darkened this area to keep us from
like
focusing on the
stagecraft.
wood grain. Yeah.
Yeah, the shadows are as important as what's in the spotlight.
So I'm emotionally telling you where my boundaries are in here to some
Right.
degree by how I put the lights.
And he didn't. To your observation, it is a cacophony of stuff. It's not Main Street Disneyland where you see a castle you want to go to. This is full of chaos and visual complexity, and yet it still has the thread of that walkway that entices you to go down there if you're brave enough and you're up on your jabs.
Another point that I want to mention is the bridge is like a tight space to walk across, which forces you to look down more because you're like, I don't want to fall off the edge. Whereas this entrance here, it looks like even if you fall off, you're still on the path. So it gives you the opportunity to just take things in and not worry too much about.
And that's true. The first time I came here, I jumped down. The second time I came here, when I was like showing the glory to other people, I looked around and then I saw the painting over here, and so I took two different paths coming in here. So it is a interesting way to kind of hint for people if they really want to plunge in, go that way. If you really want to like take a chill pill and have a vision, go that way. Yeah.
But you
Sometimes,
also want people to start in a kind of safe space.
that's nice.
Yep. The starting where, because they're asking themselves, where am I and how do I relate to it? And so your success is going to be how well you give them that safe place to ask that question.
Yeah.
I should make this my home world, and then when people come into it, they're like, "How are you?" And I just stand right here, and I'm like, "I'm good."
Or you just why you ask, right?
Ignore that. I'm fine.
Right.
Ignore the mess.
Yeah.
I
I'm
have a carpet to
okay.
sweep it under.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's your turn, Mary. Drop your portal.
All right.
The
I'm gonna start
showdown.
with one that I recently discovered. Quite a small one. We're doing Friends Plus, are we?
Mm-hmm.
I'll plonk it there.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
it disappeared on me.
Oh, wait. Let me drop a portal for you. Wait, I can't. Okay, I'll send you an invite to the world that you just. This is weird. How odd. Okay, that's so funny. He didn't. He drops the portal and it disappears on him, so only we could get through it. So now, oh, okay, you did get.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
This is lovely.
DJ is on green.
Oh, perfect. And you friended each other. Well, that works. And he has
Yep.
no friends in here,
Yep.
so that works too. Or maybe more and more you do.
I have no friends.
I know. This cool
So-
that you know about this world. I didn't know you knew about it.
I discovered it recently. A friend took me in here. But
Really?
I mean, yeah, one thing that I really wanted to draw attention to is like how almost everything, with the exception of some of these plants, is rounded. And
Oh, yeah.
it's also like green and brown, and I feel like it's all like very healing, grounding kind of vibes because of that.
Yep.
And there's also like most of the detail and lighting is in like these focal points, and then the area like over there is darker and more like uninviting, which kind of emboldens these spaces.
Mm-hmm. Do you know about a Volca? Have you met a Volca before?
Nope.
You really have no idea about our connection to this world and everything? That's wild. It's such synchronicities.
Nope.
This was the first one you brought. Yeah, so Avalka is in Bridgemakers, and we've been working with Avalka quite a lot to support them in their own healing journey. And this world
with sharp edges.
Nice.
No, I'm kidding.
This world is a fruit after they woke up as a world builder and realized their responsibility to make a space that didn't create trolling and harmful behaviors.
Awesome.
Cool.
How weird.
The onboarding space is a little small though.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Short. That's the only.
Yeah. Good call.
Let's see. The only area where I think could
there's next level.
Make it next level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What a trip.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I picked well then.
I mean, seriously, it's literally one of the first secondary Bridgemakers fruits. I don't know if I sent you the blogs, but Volka wrote 2 blog articles. One was, "This is me as a human being recognizing that I have harmed
is
in this."
Is that what those pictures
VR
are? Are they from here?
Well, there's a couple worlds that they made sense. They had these aha moments.
Ah,
And so the first one was, I am cleaning up my pathway of having harmed, and I'm showing up in my integrity to negotiate relationships and heal and repair. And then the second one was, my worlds have done damage to people that I had no idea it was actually my designs. And I
Mm,
now understand the pattern of, I have two sets of popular worlds. These worlds create all kinds of trolling and harm. These worlds don't. I finally understand this code. And I can now make
mm.
the worlds that are like this. And this is the second one that they did to demonstrate they get it now.
that's great.
Yeah.
Maybe we could link that blog post as part of the marketing for the workshop.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. But talk about the bridge being embodied in one human by saying,
Hmm.
I'm a community leader, I have influence, I have harmed, I have made popular worlds that have also harmed, and I'm more in joy and love and integrity than I ever have been before. Like,
Hmm.
this is not a confession of just pain. This is I found my way through this and I'm proud to be healing and offering healing spaces. And that's the bridge in one person. It's really lovely to see. Yeah. So, talk about, I don't know, wild synchronicities. Okay. So, Don, your turn, unless there's anything
Well,
else. You didn't say much
no,
about this
this
space.
is
So, what do you
no.
think?
I like the idea that if when we go into spaces, maybe whoever the presenter is says a statement, and then
Mm,
it kicks off conversation, which can be whatever length it's going to be, and then it.
right.
I,
We just keep
I think
going.
that's
Sure.
a nice it's a nice organic way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, what do I like about this space?
Yeah.
And then move into the next. Okay,
And I
the
guess
next.
the other piece is making sure that you both get to have a flavor because people are going to be coming to
Mm.
see you. So I was just really I was just shocked that I thought you were going to be like, and a Volca is, and I was like, you're missing that part.
No.
But Don, what's your next level piece to this space if you had one?
Okay. Um.
I did read
I
that blog though. I had
Yeah.
no idea
yeah.
this world was.
Yeah. I know.
I
Synchronicities.
I think the world choices that I've picked tend to be much more from my brain space, which is much more operatic in scale for placemaking sake. And I think this is a fabulous sort of grounding reminder that this community is also about spaces that don't apologize for being about exactly what they're doing. I mean, this is
The
a
chat.
Mm,
conscientious chat
Yeah,
environment. It is
that's
here
true.
to enhance your experience of each other, not necessarily just enhance your experience of the adventure or the drama.
Right. Yeah.
So both of those, I think they're great bookends because they're a great example that you can do either,
Yeah.
but
mm.
they're knowing that that's what this was designed to do
Yeah.
is really apparent in the choices they made in color and
Yeah.
materials and seating arrangements. The whole works.
And Evolka's somewhat tagline is don't optimize for Quest, build for Quest. So
Right.
Evolka is
Mm.
one of the most equity centered creators I've maybe ever met in here. And I so
Right.
deeply appreciate that flame that is like, more and more as we've been building Frofador, with Frofador, I've just been realizing how many little ways world creators compromise to feel the vision they wanted through the PC end of things, and how
Right.
they actually split their participants in that space emotionally through all these little
Mm.
enhancements without ever adding them up and thinking, we're going on the journey, and these people are like, oh yes, and I can hear all these other pieces, and then these people are going, I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. So when we
Mm.
arrive, these people are feeling more and more disembodied, and these people are feeling more and more connected.
Right.
And that it adds up really quick. So I'm having to be the administrator with my hands on my hips, being like, stop building for PC. Like if it's not going to work for
Right.
Quest, it's out. And
Well, and Quest 2, not
yeah,
just for Quest.
yeah.
Quest 1 is understandably the bus is left
I don't
for
think
Quest 1
Quest
people's.
One's even working here anymore. I think Quest Ones are
Maybe not.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Those two
same
and
with the
threes.
Walkabout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
Mm.
true. It's just the idea that like, the headsets are evolving, but I love
Well,
your space and Walkabout because it doesn't shame the Quest users and they belong
no,
as much as anybody else.
it's about it runs on all platforms, and to do that means that we have to
Oh
design it for
seven
Quest 2.
Quest One. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are they out?
07 means salute.
Loop Quest One? What's that mean?
Because you said Quest 1s you don't think even work
Can come in.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
That was in response.
Oh, the loop. Yeah,
Okay.
it's something to look up. I haven't even thought about it. That I'm
Yeah.
like, no, that's too many levels of inclusivity. Let's just say
Ah.
Quest. But that's true. It is more detailed.
It's
But what a
Oculus Go
contrast
Pro.
between Don's world and your world, the ultimate PCVR
Perfect.
world, where the creator is like, I don't even come in headset. I don't give a fuck. And then yours is like the
Right.
ultimate polarity of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
between the two of you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll load one up. Worlds. My worlds. Instance. Friends.
Oh, I've never turned the
Okay.
world volume up in here. It's so pretty. Oh,
Mm.
yeah. This is an awesome one. Oh, no. Mary can't come to this one. Shit. I think,
Okay.
yeah, you are picking the heaviest worlds, which is funny.
I
I think
am.
I think I forbade Mary from coming in here until he's in a headset, but I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
I
Shall
told
we
Well,
avoid
I
this
didn't
one?
even tell him what the world was because I was like, no, you
let's
can't ever
in
come in
in that
here
case
without
let's
a headset.
just stay out here
Nice,
and
yes. Because
admire this
can you
Okay.
imagine coming in here on a PC? It's just so
Well,
sad.
no. I disagree. I disagree with that. Well,
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
a heavy lift. It's only a Quest. It's only a PC, which is a bummer. But am I allowed to talk about what I
Of
like about the
course,
world, or
I'm
should
gonna
I?
mute
Oh,
myself.
okay.
I'll release
Okay.
attachment. You're all challenging me in all
Okay.
kinds of ways.
my
So
immediate notice
inside
is
this building, I mean, I nearly wept when Ruth brought me here. Um, I have very strong feelings about the potential of communicating information in a very interesting way that allows you to relate to it. And this is a space museum done by sort of a conglomerate of obviously artists and scientists who felt that yes, there is nothing quite like going to the Smithsonian Space Center to be able to, or Houston, or any of these places that have these fantastic space museums, but this one does stuff that they can't. In particular, if we were to go here, there's one exhibit where you get to go to the International Space Station and also experience the space shuttle. But the way you do it is you actually get to visit them at the level of their orbit,
Right.
so that they're hanging in space and you're walking on glass walkways like a museum, except below you is the Earth in its relationship size to the things you're experiencing. So it embraces the vernacular of a high-end museum and yet puts you in the seat of the subject matter that you can't do in the physical world. One other example in that particular exhibit is there's a teleporter that teleports you to two different satellites, and each one is hanging in space at its relationship distance from the planet. And so when you go to the furthest one, it's pretty lonely because Earth is really small below you. um, the whole exhibit, all the exhibits, keep in mind your relationship to the subject. So, although it does do the proverbial plaque with a paragraph of information you can read, it also puts you in relationship to scale and proximity to what the subject matter is in the world or in the time, to the point where there's, and I'm spoiler alert, I'm completely giving all the spoilers. The first exhibit, you actually climb out of the primordial soup and start as a like amoebas and single cell organisms, and you actually climb onto the beach and start to witness the limbs appearing on the various creatures as you work your way up through
Is that
evolution.
animated or is it like
No, it's you walking it.
sliced?
No, you just walk in the, yeah, you just walk through up to the water. It's just a plane,
I
but
see. Okay.
there's exhibits as you're going along, so that when you're an amoeba, I mean, you still look at your avatar, but if you're looking at the amoeba or the single cell organisms, you're seeing them as displays, but the displays actually rise up out of the water as you continue to evolve
Okay.
as a walking path. And as far as I'm concerned, like, man, I want this museum to be real, but it can't be. But it
Oh,
can be here. Yeah. So it makes you ask the question,
cool.
how can I relate to it, to information? And how, as a world builder, could I present the information with an understanding that it's all about your perception as a human-esque sized avatar?
Right.
So there
That's
we go.
such a, and it
Oh.
is a really good bridge for both of you, because there's a part of me that's like, what if we went there? It seems tragic to not go in there. And then it did make you fall in love with VR at a whole other level. And you're like, okay, now I have to get a headset. But
She's
also, what
just
if we went
constantly offering the
there?
crack
I know,
of
right?
VR.
I'm like, get in the goggles. But I think
No.
there's just something really important about recognizing this was your Taj Mahal. This was your moment of going, see, we can't make this in reality. We've gone beyond mimicking
Right.
reality to actually
Right.
showing what it's like to learn from all of us and
Right.
understand things we could never really grasp in our
Or
physical
and
reality.
relate to it. And
And
also
be
it steps
connected.
you out of the world of evangelizing and it takes you to just go here.
Yeah.
This does this. This thing I've been talking about,
Just
this
see one of the satellites, I think,
does it.
in the
Nice.
sky.
Yeah.
Mary's
Yeah.
like, do we go
It's
up
just,
there? That's funny.
well, also there's a side museum of the making of, which talks about all the
Oh.
people all over the world that's worked on it. And that exhibit, I believe it's rotating. It changes over time because I went into the other day and
Oh,
it
did
was
you see?
different than when you
Oh,
and
I
I
didn't
went
know
through it.
that. Oh my
So
god.
they're
Wow.
constantly updating, and it's like what a love letter to knowledge
Mm,
and space and
that's so
science.
lovely.
And it
Wow.
just sits in VR chat relatively unheralded. It should be like the first thing you
I
see
know. I
when if
know.
you're attached to VR. But it is
So
a
true.
crime. It's a crime that it's not available for Quest.
request.
And
Yeah.
and there really is no reason with decent lotting and
And
some,
funding, right? Because this, as far
and
as
funding.
we don't know. Maybe there was funding for this, but most of these kinds of projects don't have any funding, and so
Yeah,
it's like they're proving something, but then the next level for this is to make it more accessible to more people. And I mean,
yeah.
this world in itself could be its own Quest app, right?
It
And
could be
it's
its own
just
product.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it isn't. Yeah,
So,
Mhm.
but
yeah.
yeah, I also
Okay.
just appreciate that, like, we we are in a space right now that should be acknowledged as the ultimate level of educational experiencing in VR
Uh,
that
uh,
maybe
uh,
we've ever
the
seen.
best. Well, and certainly as the approving of an opportunity that
Mm.
others could embrace.
Yeah,
And compared to the last world we went into, they're different goals and different animals,
very.
and that this environment allows for both those things to be
Yeah,
yeses,
yeah.
absolutely yes,
Well
and be
put.
successful. Yeah,
Yeah. So between you both, someday my goal is that community education, including understanding trolling and how to move through it and beyond it as a troll, will have this
as
level of dedication
an
to it,
an institution that's dedicated. Yeah,
teaching how to recognize those behaviors in your body and your heart and your mind. And by the end of it, you're
well,
just
that's
kind of unraveled.
my goal. My personal, goal would be that there was a place, a hall of knowledge that had a doorway that entered into this, and another doorway that entered into what you're describing, and another doorway that taught you how to weld. The you know
Yeah.
that those all are allowed the same amount of weight. And I know that the people at VR Chat would argue, but we have that. It's like, but you don't, and nor does
Mhm.
Quest, because you've decided to place at the front page of your catalog. Hey, it's a catalog, but the stuff on the front page of catalog, the stuff that will profit you most, because you're a
Mm-hmm.
business.
Mm-hmm.
You almost need external funding to allow someplace like that to exist,
And
and
you don't
it
know
may
how to
never because of it.
digest this and realize that this is a inside a box that could,
Right.
like, this world could be 1,000 different worlds. This could be world
Yep.
jams that people do their quote book reports off of each of the teachings in this and how they relate to it and how it's good
Yeah.
for their community to see this as a metaphor for other things. Like, this world is the epitome of understanding our place as human beings in all of realities.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And you've got, in soapbox time, you've got lots and lots of people making empty galleries, and they're promising that here we've made a venue for you, but the only tool we've given you is the ability to put a JPEG in a frame and put it on the
Pictures.
wall.
Yeah.
That's not what
Yeah.
the potential is of this.
Yeah. Yeah. And if we say that's good enough and we don't acknowledge where our tools have not evolved to even standards of other tools, now
Right.
we're trapping you in a box. We're not letting you know we didn't build the
Right.
empowerment for you to go beyond the 2 dimension in the third dimension. It's a
Right.
paradox to have people
Right.
put 2D pictures in a 3D space and expect people to be like, I'm so glad you did this. Like,
Yep.
no. Okay, Mary, your turn. I'm
Okay.
muting. Let's
Next.
let's
I'll
I was
forgive you if you come
I
here
was
on
just
your
gonna
PC.
I was just
Ruth
gonna
won't.
comment on the lighting design here. It's like black around and the
mm,
light entices.
Yeah.
mm.
So, yeah, good.
Wait till you see the inside.
Good artistic design, even here.
It's a good cake to look forward to whenever you have the appetite. And yeah, you can totally
Mhm.
come here. You know, the truth is in our conversation before, Mary might get so much out of this on a PC that neither of
Yeah.
us would have ever comprehended. So I remove your shackles that I pretend to have put,
Yes.
and you can go. We can go inside.
Go
I let
explore.
you.
I'll explore it on my own at some point.
Okay.
I
Oh, that makes me
appreciate
so
it.
sad. No, don't do that.
No.
Go with people. It's so much more fun. But okay, I'll let go my
Okay.
attachment
Okay.
again. Yes, yes.
For the
Pick it up later.
experiential analysis.
I know. Well,
Okay, next.
Okay. The next one, I want you both to turn your world volume off.
okay.
before
Okay,
entering.
world volume off. It's almost off as it is.
And this one is one of the quote unquote bad ones.
Okay.
Almost click join instead of portal.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Okay.
What was it? Burger King? What was the one we went to with the French fries?
Oh yeah.
That
You
was
mean yeah.
God, it was the worst ever.
Yeah.
Was
Was
yeah, I think it was
that's the kitchen we
Burger
went
King.
to? Or the
No,
one
no,
in
it was
Horizon?
no. Oh, was it? No, it was here. I
It wasn't
think.
in
Was
her.
it? Maybe it was
Yeah.
Horizon. Anyway, yeah, it was one that had the targets that were floating ketchup and French fries and stuff. It was just
Oh, I think that
god
was
awful. It was a corporate.
Horizon. It did have a
Is it
vibe like
Horizon?
this. This was the VR and review on the food fight one, right? Where we went.
Oh, yeah, maybe that was
Yeah,
it.
this is
Yes, I
totally
agree.
the vibe,
This has
right?
this has the same.
Mm.
So one thing I want to pose a question: what is it about this space that immediately makes your brain go, "This is where trolls live"?
Oh,
It's like all Chuck E.
interesting.
Cheeses ever.
Yeah, very much.
And the other thing I want to draw your attention to is when the sound is off and there's nobody here, it's very liminal.
Yeah,
Hmm. That's
yeah.
true.
No, I've got it.
And once we're ready, I want to take us to somewhere specific in this world.
Can I turn my
Okay.
world volume up?
Yeah, just for a
You
moment,
can
I
have
did
a
it
listen
myself.
to it, yeah.
Oh my god.
It'll turn it right down. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That felt so different to me. I wanted to run and get out of here immediately.
Hmm.
Wow.
Oh, so what is it about this world? Is it how noisy it is?
It's a good
Is it
visual
the
cacophony. But
is it the
it also is
association with
attempting.
children?
It's also recreating a real world space, but not improving upon it.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, good point.
That's
Well,
true. Kind of.
yeah.
There's a
It's like
frustration
why?
in here. Yeah, but I also look
Right.
at the size of the tubes and I think all the size of the avatars that wouldn't fit in those tubes.
I know you. Yeah, it's a poor design choice. You have to crawl through it like you would.
Oh, right. To be a kid. Yeah. It'd
Yeah.
be cool if it did adjust to the size of your avatars so it was like swallowing somebody, but it would flux around you. Be kind of
Well,
nice.
one devil's advocate question is: are we too old to enjoy this?
Right.
Is it
It does
Yeah.
make me feel like I'm not a child and I shouldn't.
right? Is there? But no, is there a generation that grew up in the '90s that would go
You're too
this?
old.
This
Yeah.
I'm too old. We're we're currently working on one of our worlds for next year, one of our golf courses that our new art director's doing. That the rest of the team is like, I don't get it. I'm here to support you, but it is way Nickelodeon in a way that we don't understand. But we know she does, and the younger members of our staff know too. They're like, it's like catnip for them, and for us, it's really painful to look at.
I'm
How are
stuck.
you in there?
I don't know. I started losing your voices and I was like, I gotta get back. And then I found
Yeah, you get lost in there. That's
it's
another
so
that's
easy.
another like
Oh,
pain
what did
point.
I do?
Like this is more of a maze than normal.
Yeah.
But
Can I
let's
get
see if
out
I can
here?
even find that space I found before.
Oh,
Uh
I really
I
do have
mean,
to
is there a
respawn.
demographic that this is fun? Maybe. Well, I'm completely lost now.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Oh wait, I found you. You found me.
Did you?
Now we have to get
I'm
out.
just. I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of geometry.
Oh,
I'm
me
under.
too. Yeah, yeah. I'm behind you.
Yeah. This
We've
is
gotten caged, basically. I mean, can you
maybe.
imagine trolls in here? Oh, my body gets very uncomfortable right now. I'm like, get out, get out, get out. Oh, we can't
The
get out
maze of
there.
pedophiles.
Oh my god, it's so much.
Oh.
I'm like so uncomfortable imagining this as a public instance. I'm like, I gotta respawn. I cannot stand this
Yeah.
space.
Let's all respawn.
Woo. This was
So-
bad design. No, I'm glad we're not
Bad.
doing this live stream.
So the place that I wanted to take us to, I need to use my camera to find it again. Which I can't even remember how I. Where is it under tools? Okay. So where is the way into there? On the mills. There's a way there. Get there by. This is ground floor.
It's almost like to enact this space in a safe way, there would be a requirement of the only avatars you could have in here. And those avatars would have a lot of protections in place so that you couldn't misuse the space. Where did Mary go? Oh.
I'm here.
Okay.
So this is where I'm trying to
Very
get
blue.
to. Where is that?
Come with us, Don.
I'm lost.
Oh,
Where is it? Where do I need to get to?
Coming.
Where are you?
Is it through here? Ah, yeah, okay. Alright,
Yeah.
so jump down this tube here.
Oh my god. Okay.
Alright. Now we're underneath the map.
Yes.
And as you continue here,
Mhm.
you enter the back rooms.
Oh.
This room here,
Oh.
this is the back rooms.
Definitely
This is
liminal.
like, yeah, one of the liminal. But if you come to here
Mhm.
and look down that hallway, there's Freddy Fazbear from
Oh my
Five
god.
Nights at
Look
Freddy's.
at that.
One of the big popular scary horror games.
Yeah.
So it's like the map creator understood that this was a liminal space and made this association with the backrooms.
I really
That's right.
take issue with the back rooms being considered a liminal space because as soon as it has an agenda to terrorize people, that's not liminal anymore. It's just my cranky self saying, like, I understand the
Right.
concept, but I think that when it has attachment, it's a decorating liminal, but it's actually a destination space.
Mm-hmm.
In my
Right.
opinion.
But it's intended to look like kind of office space gone wrong turned infinite, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, including the acoustic ceiling for tiles and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The glow up the
Basement.
it's the what is the movie? Don't get old. Your brain will go.
Don't get old.
Oh.
You can do it. Remember. I'm also struck by the
The
walls.
Shining.
Oh yeah.
This has that the shining uplighting.
The walls in here and the cheese piece. I bet this world creator is a fish person.
Maybe.
I really am 99% sure.
I don't know if there's a way out here.
Yeah.
We'll just reset.
Well, and technically, I won't tell you the story, but I had a whole bunch of mice at some point, and I had all these aquariums with mice, and this looks like a mouse maze. This is what you can buy at the pet store.
Right.
Oh yeah.
For mice.
Or if you go to IAPA, I'm it.
Nice.
I'm it.
Looking at this creator.
Damn right.
Oh,
All right, so this is my horrible world.
Yeah, it succeeds. And yet I have to at least acknowledge that with the liminal space below that they had an intention.
yeah,
That
Yeah.
that's true.
I mean, anybody who builds the suspended acoustic ceiling tile in the liminal world of the basement, there was a goal that they were
Yeah.
shooting
That's true.
for.
Yeah.
There's also
And psychologically, you could
on.
maybe consider that as a memory embedded in this space of a Chuck E. Cheese where bad things happened in an invisible place. You know, like,
Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm it, so I can't leave. I'm
oh, did you end up playing tag?
it.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm playing. I'm
maybe
it.
step on the
be
platform again.
fun.
Yeah. Oop. Am
I'd try
Okay,
resetting maybe.
I'm out.
You're out.
I
You're
was
it,
it.
and you're out.
I was out. No, I'm not out.
This is nice.
I'm assuming music's happening. Maybe. Have my world
It's
volume up.
playing it
Is it?
as chaotically as you can imagine.
Yeah. See, this is hell. This is hell.
Yeah.
If I die and I go here, I know I was bad.
I
No,
agree.
I've
I
peaked.
concur.
I've peaked.
Yeah, Mary's like, this is my best exam, and so funny, full circle that we started in hell, and
Right. This
and
is
now
the
Mary
better
has brought us to the real
representation of
hell.
hell. The only thing that would make it worse is lots more words.
Oh yeah, yeah, big walls
If there
of
was paragraphs of
disclaimers.
words
That's
describing
right. It popped out at
describing
your face wherever you went.
this.
Yeah.
That's right.
Newspaper walls, but in Comic Sans.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's food, but you can't eat any of it.
Yeah, it's not even
No.
interactable.
Right.
No. It kind of unappetizing, and
I'm
the party paper on the tables is
Yeah.
just
I'm feeling hungry.
painful.
It's funny too because it does feel like it was painted to imply what we think cheerful looks like.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it
it's what Chuck E. Cheese
feels
says fun
terrible.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
Hey,
terrible.
kids, everybody's. Well, I've actually worked with clients that this is the high watermark for what they are wanting to achieve.
Yeah.
So in November in Florida, it's about to happen again. There's IAPA, the International Amusement Association, blah, blah, blah. It's where all the theme park people go. And you quickly realize when you're on the show floor that the theme park business is 99% carnies. And they're selling things like that play structure and the walkway with the keyboards and this paper and Dippin' Dots and deep fryers. That's the majority of the themed entertainment business is that kind of stuff.
Oh my god.
Because that's fun.
That headache you get when there's a kid crying in your ear?
Yes, this is the visual version of that.
Gives me that feeling.
with greasy pizza, bad greasy pizza.
You just got to go stare at grass for an hour and listen to grasshoppers to recover from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can go back to the other world I picked
Pretty
up.
much, right? We should have gone in a very different order. We ended with a
Yeah, we should have come here first. Yeah.
Wow, this is such a downward slope. I feel like we've got to go to a different world now. Don.
Okay, I got one. I got one. I hope it's not too big.
I'm glad you brought us all the way back here because it really brings it home at a whole other level how problematic this space is. And we're going to need to chew on this and find ways to talk about it with honoring something about it without it sounding mocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to be
I'll
Oh my god, Don, you and your megabytes. Am I in here? What's happening? Ugh, I feel like something got stuck on loading. I think I stalled out. Oh, something's happening. Okay, finally. Whew.
Yeah, it doesn't allow for a whole lot of like what's the meaning, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You made it. Sorry about that.
Did you feel my glare? I was like,
I
darn.
did. Well, actually, I was gonna do Suka, which is his other world, but I think it's like
Right.
a gig and a half or something.
I don't think
So
did we
this
end
is
up coming here? I don't remember that we came here.
I don't know if we did, but this was his
Oh,
first world
right,
that he
yeah.
did.
I like the symbolism of the two characters over there, one and then they're holding hands.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, it's full of that.
Yeah.
Just full of and
That's
playing
environmental
with that low
storytelling.
poly, just plants are cubes.
Right. And this one potentially a grenade.
And a grenade. Yeah.
Pineapple or grenade. Yeah.
But it's
It could be
pretty
a...
vast. World Sound on too, I recommend.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Forgot that was on.
It's
This
like being in a
also
nice 90s abstract painting.
That's true. But it also has a walkabout mini golf vibe, and not just because of the low
Yeah.
poly. It has that like I cared about
A
you from
rich.
every direction on your journey kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So
It's
one thing I'm
rich.
noticing is there's a very limited color palette here. Like it's very blue and green, with like the odd dash of red.
Whoa.